All right, Alexa, can you stop music? Thank you, Alexa. Alexa, set a timer for 15 minutes, please.
15 minutes, starting now.
All right, good afternoon, everybody, or good evening, or good morning, wherever you're at. Welcome to the 80-60 rule. I'm Mark, I'm 60.
And I'm Greg, I'm 80.
And we are here today to talk about a bunch of stuff in no particular order, in no particular order of importance. Right off the top, actually, first, let me ask, because this is always important. Greg, how have you been? How you doing?
Fine. Had a nice week. Yeah. Fine.
Good. Finally, the weather is changing where it's putting everybody in a relatively good mood, I think, as summer kind of creeps in slowly, right?
It's day to day. I've never seen it this bad.
Yeah.
Well, you don't ever know how the weather is today. You would think if it would be cold today, it'll be made up like later on.
Right.
Who knows now?
Well, I've got the Cub game on in the background back there, and I know when they started the game a couple hours ago, very little wind, and it was like a relatively nice day, and now it's cooling off.
What is it
down
now?
there.
7-3, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but anyway,
You're
what's up?
not the only you're not the only one that watches the game.
Oh, okay. Do you have it on in the background behind you?
No.
All right. I'm going to turn around and face that while you're talking. Is that okay?
That's rude.
That's okay. I won't. Okay. Go ahead. What's on your mind, though?
Hey, let's talk some things. Let's talk things that I see comes on my mind. Right, Major League Baseball attendance. This was a interesting statistics, and it's really disheartening, to be candid with you. The Oakland Athletics have 8,421 people per game. They're the last in the major leagues.
Wow, they're averaging 8,000 people a game.
Whereas the Dodgers are number one, are averaging 40,000, 49,000.
Right, almost 50,000 a game.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's Oakland and Pittsburgh's at 29, and Miami and Tampa Bay are the 27th and 28th respectively. And together they average 25,000 people a night. That's a whole state, 25,000 people.
Yeah.
It depends. So when I ask you, what do you think it's with Oakland? They say it's a crumbling stadium.
Yeah.
They're not paying. They've done well with some teams without paying them, but then those players go.
Right. Yeah. They're excellent player development. Right. They're always bringing up players, but then like you said, so as far as the fan base being locked in on some players that are going to be around for a few years, that's never going to happen in Oakland.
Yeah.
And that's been, we talk about it like it's, this year, last year, whatever, but that's been going on for 25 years over there.
Yeah.
Maybe even longer.
That's because of Moneyball.
Right. Yeah. Are they building a new stadium? I think they are in Oakland.
I don't know. I was trying to. I can't remember now.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't know if that it would in recent past, as far as Major League Baseball goes, the stadium has kind of like done a jump start for attendance to if they nail it, if they get everything right. There was that influx of new stadiums, and I'm thinking of Cleveland. Remember they just
right.
took off Camden Yards way back when they started doing that. So maybe it'll
now Cleveland's at 13,000 people.
Right.
But it's interesting. If I may make a comment now, it's interesting. I thought that, oh my gosh, like the Mets paying these players and they're doing well, but they're in first place. And what did the owner Steve Cohen say? He's committed to a championship. Well, he's paying whatever it takes to win it. So you got to hand it to him. You can't say, hey, he believes I want a winner out there.
Right.
Or do everything to be a winner.
Right. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, absolutely. That's the way it's supposed to be, right?
We're supposed to be. Yeah.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
Unfortunately, it's about dollars, but hey, he's not doing anything illegally.
No, No, he's got a huge market, huge television contract and visibility and everything. I was just thinking though, is that it's such an expensive night, and it's expensive day just for two people to go to the game.
Yeah,
And I kind of mentioned this a few months ago when we talked about football, but the televisions, the smart TVs are so cool that why go to a game when you can watch it and just see the coverage is just really phenomenal. All the cameras that they got and all this stuff going on, the stats are right there. So they really got to up their in-stadium experience in order to compete with that, because it's presented so well on television. No matter what network's doing it, they all do a great job just presenting the game. So a few things. It improves the game so it doesn't take so long, so it's not a 4-hour deal when you go there. And also, it would be great if you weren't spending $15,000 every time you went to a game. I'm going to look up so then we have an answer for next time about Oakland, because I know they've been talking about it. I should know it, but I don't. But because if they are building a stadium, I'd like to know where it's going to be.
yeah. But if I may say to you, what's good about it in the stadium? I'm not one thing. I don't go to games that often. It's to see the feel. You get into it, the interaction of the fans.
Yeah.
They're booing each other. They're praising each other.
Right.
I noticed I happen to be our big derived from Chicago. But when I go to if I go to a Bears game and I have my Eagles uniform on, they go, "Uh-oh, it's one of those guys."
Do they give you a hard time, or?
Yeah, they do. Like one guy, I had a hoodie on, where I could cover my head. What is that called?
Hoodie.
Hoodie. And the guy was trying to throw peanut shells in my hoodie.
Oh my God.
As
the Bears
he
game?
thought it was funny. I said, "I thought it was funny because don't get upset. I'll just he will score a touchdown. I'll just root harder and look at him.
Yeah.
Not. But I could tell. Or when I get mad, I see somebody, I get mad at him or her.
The problem is when they're drunk. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem.
But actually, because you're from Philly, Philly people really can't talk about other fans, because Philly's fans are like,
I hate to say it that way, but that's a sign of pride. Pride, proud of that.
No, I got you. Dodgers.
We care.
Yeah.
We're very passionate.
Yeah. Well, for example, if somebody went to a Phillies game wearing a Mets jersey, what would happen to that person?
He would probably make sure he's got his car.
Okay. But I mean, would it be good natured, or would it be?
No, I think it would be more not good natured.
Would not. Okay.
I was told football, Minnesota Vikings fans were upset when they went to Philly for a game. The Philly fans, I don't know if this is true, but I was told this. They closed the toilets. The toilets, the porta potty.
They locked him in the porta potty.
Yeah, porta potty.
Oh, okay.
So it's like I think when all this came about, I remember this. I was at a White Sox Cubs game at Comiskey Park, so-called Comiskey Park, and they were booing. The Cubs were booing the White Sox, and one guy stands up with the White Sox and looks and tells the people, "Look at the flag. What does it say? World champions. Do you have it? Do you have it? No, we have it."
Yeah, this is before the Cubs won then. So yeah.
Yeah. I'll never forget that. Don't act so you have nothing.
Yeah, and well, that's a lot of times players do that with all the chirping going back and forth. Players will point to the scoreboard and say, "Oh, that's fine," but
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, the attendance thing is a problem. I don't know if it's, is it a problem for us or is it a problem for the owners? Because they get so much revenue from their television contracts. And, I mentioned
Well,
betting
it's a
and all that
problem
stuff.
for us. It's a problem for the player. I think if you're in that market, well, Oakland's different, well, California. But I would want to, if I were very, I would want to make sure I'm in a place where I
Right.
could get advertising. I could get commercials,
Oh, right. Yeah.
different
Yeah.
things
Your
like that.
local Ford dealer and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, those are all the added things that I get,
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Boy, remember, we used to hear about that a lot with contracts is, I'm thinking of like, that whole Jordan and after it would be like, they part of their contract is includes this or that or whatever. I'm sure it still goes on, but endorsements in Chicago here, I'm thinking of Taze and Kane. They've been on Chevy commercials for years. And that wouldn't happen if you're playing in Tampa
Who was
Bay or
that person?
Florida.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Who was that?
Patrick Kane and
Patrick Kane.
Jonathan
Yeah,
Taze.
Patrick, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's something to discuss, something it's interesting to talk about.
Yeah, it's
I agree.
it's probably a bigger deal than it should be because sports is exciting and everything, and it's just so expensive. I don't know. All right, what's
Yeah,
up
yeah.
next?
Let me see. Russia, McDonald's. Did you hear
Ooh.
about that?
I did.
McDonald's 850. Wait a minute, not 850. What am I saying? 62,000 employees.
850 restaurants.
850 restaurants. They're gone. They're gone. Because of what happened with Ukraine. Now I read where he put franchisee of McDonald's for forgot, not Bulgaria, another company, another country there. It's picking picking them up. It's going to keep the employees.
Oh, okay. So are they going to rebrand as not McDonald's, just
Yeah,
a
yeah.
hamburger place then?
Yeah.
Okay, but McDonald's is done doing business in
Done,
Russia.
done, yeah.
Yeah. Now,
Until maybe Halverson becomes prime minister of president of Russia,
right.
and
Right.
Halverson says, bring the 60-year-old guy in.
Yeah. What did they do at the beginning though? I thought this kind of happened a while ago, but no, it just happened yesterday. What they did something at the beginning though, didn't they? Maybe I
They
don't know.
protested. They made their point.
Okay, but made their point. But this is the final sort of
This
like
is it.
we're
Yeah.
done doing business and everything.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sure that was back and forth. What do we do?
Yeah.
You're hurting. I know people would say, "Well, I can't have that hamburger anymore. I can't have those French fries anymore." No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. It's more the employees that I think. I was feeling for. It's like, okay, now they're going to suffer, but if odds are they're going to mostly keep their jobs just under a different banner, right?
Yeah.
I'm guessing. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hey, what did you see? I saw something about Putin. Speculation is that he's really sick. Is that have you heard anything about that?
I was just watching CNN, and they were. I don't know. They may be pulling out I don't know what. You never know what's happening.
All right. I don't know what happened, but that could explain a lot of things if he's I don't know, on death's door or whatever. Anyway. All right.
I'll tell you now. Can we skip to something which is more important to the country than Ukraine?
Sure.
That's Amber Heard, Johnny Depp. I know I can't wait to hear about Amber Heard, Johnny Depp.
I haven't been into it until the last few days. Then I've been checking out just clips on YouTube.
Yeah.
And pretty amazing. I'm really impressed with Johnny Depp's lawyer, Camilla or something like that. What's her
Oh,
name?
yeah, Camilla, that's Wes or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. She's good. Oh
Yeah.
my God, she's good.
But I'm just saying, it's just, I don't, I'm a person, I believe people. Why would you lie to me, you know? And,
Alexa, stop timer.
and,
Yeah,
like, she says something, oh yeah, that's what happened. He says something, yeah, probably that's what,
right.
I probably think, you know what I think is gonna be the end thing is? They're gonna get married, they're gonna do their marriage vows again.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me. I do see it though. You know, these clips that I'm watching, it definitely lends itself to you know, the Netflix, you know, documentary sort of
They
vibe.
compared it to Inventing Anna, like Inventing Anna,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
things like
could-
that, you know.
I could see it like that or Dateline, but you know, more parts or whatever. It's a pretty miserable existence on both their parts though, right? I
Yeah.
mean, you know, you know, I don't think anybody looks great in this. And you know, at first I was a little confused as to okay, what's going on? And then I realized it was a defamation thing. Do you know much about it? Because what was the thing that happened over in England then? The London one. What was that?
She said something about what happened in her life. She never mentioned his name. But it was him, and it hurt his marketability
Oh, okay.
for
Okay.
movies.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I think they're both with drugs and alcohol.
Yeah. I mean, they're basically up on the stand. It's like, yep, we were doing that. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. Yeah.
But it's just interesting how you sort of leaving it, and I started reading it. I was oh good, another day I could read about it. Like, I'm remembering more of those things than what's happening in Ukraine. You know?
Right. Right. I know. Unfortunately, right. I'm freaked out by the way she always looks to the jury. Have you seen that? Whenever she answers a question, so the question will come and then she looks to the jury. And
Do you see it on TV? I haven't seen it. It's on TV.
I just saw clips. That's
Oh, yeah.
all. Just, you know, 10 minutes here, 20 minutes there, whatever. Which is, you know, that's a good way to do it. And but she always looks to the jury, and that's fine once in a while, but it's really, really staged.
You know how they're almost dressed in a like
Who are her and
both
him?
of them. Yeah,
Oh, okay. All
yeah.
right.
They had
Yeah.
pictures in the New York Times about how they dress.
Oh, there were really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of like I said, I just kind of started getting into it the last couple of days just because it's like, wow, this is really you know, strange. I love the security footage of James Franco sneaking up in the penthouse with her, and also Elon Musk. It's like, you know, it's like what else is this story got? It's got like all sorts of crazy stuff. It's got everything. It's got everything.
But they watch it for Kim Kardashian might be coming in
Yeah, exactly. No, Pete Davidson. He'll Pete
With
Davidson.
with Pete Davidson. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and who knows? Maybe Kanye West will become a guest appearance. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
oh boy! So, somebody sometimes will say only in America.
Right, right.
Just
right.
just interested.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was reading. I said, why am I reading all this stuff? I didn't even know who Amber Heard was.
I know, right? I've heard like years ago, I heard it was that, you know, they had an issue, and then I kind of tuned out for, you know, 5-6 years. And then you know, this all came about. So
Now, Johnny Depp, big draw. Is he a? I never watched Pirates of the Caribbean or anything like that. That
Huge.
big deal there, huh?
oh
Huge?
yeah, huge. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. I don't think he'd be doing any Disney movies though after this. I don't know, but you know, maybe. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah.
About I like to. Let me ask you this, please. This guy talking about sports, home field advantage. Is it real?
Sure. Depends on the home, right? I mean, how about, or it depends on the sport.
That's right. The sport,
Yeah, it depends on the sport. Basketball, definitely, right?
pardon me?
Basketball, I think, right? Doesn't it?
I don't know. I thought that was the Milwaukee Brewers, no, Milwaukee
Bucks.
Bucks. My gosh, Milwaukee Bucks would win it the sixth game because they didn't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So yeah, maybe basketball, no, because that's the talent wins out there, not the enthusiasm of the crowd, I think, right?
probably
But,
football's home field advantage. Football,
Football,
probably.
yeah, probably. Baseball, no. Baseball, there's too many ups and downs and lulls that, momentum's a thing. Hockey, I don't think so, because I think they kind of tune out the fans, and it's just so loud in there, anyway. What about baseball with that thing they're using now, whatever they're using, the microphone, the pitcher and the catcher, the earpiece and all that
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah.
I could see home field, the crowd being so loud, the pitcher can't hear the deal, but that
Yeah.
happens in football, right? Where the
Yeah. And they're
yeah,
going, come on, I can't, come on, go on.
Yeah,
Faster,
I can't-
faster. Like,
yeah, I can't hear you or whatever.
Yeah.
But as far as wins and losses, I don't think so, right? I think talent wins out more than how loud the guy next to you is cheering,
yeah. It's something, it's just a different, you think, and who gets, in my opinion, in sports, is hot at the end.
Is what?
Who gets hot at the end?
Yeah, well, that's definitely it.
Who gets
Yeah,
hot
or-
at the end?
Yeah, the opposite of that is who gets cold at the end.
Yeah,
Sometimes you don't even need to be hot. If you're just not as cold as that team,
exactly.
yeah, you might win. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was a lot of my friends are White Sox fans, and they're like almost 500, or they are 500. But
Yeah.
as long as they can stay at 500, then in September, late August, September, bringing it to here. Why do I have to go like this, like I'm driving a car? Did you see? I just went like that, like
Love it.
the
Love it.
sixth shift. Bringing it to, and that's where you're in a roll.
Yeah.
And but I think this is another point I just thought of. I think injuries affect football off the top now. I haven't thought about it, but I think injuries affect football more than any other sport.
Definitely. Yeah. One guy, your whole season's over.
Aaron Rodgers goes. Watch
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers goes down. I don't watch Green Bay anymore.
Right. Yeah. It's football, definitely. Yeah, and it's the quarterback. Quarterback goes, and because there's a big difference between your starting quarterback and your second and third string
Exactly.
quarterback. Yeah.
Especially these days. I was so astonished with the NFL this year, thinking about this. The second stringer, he's never probably had a snap at all.
Right.
Regular season,
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
It used to be, I would say, all right, fourth grade, take him out.
Right.
Not
Yeah.
now. I don't hear it. I don't see that anymore. Am I right? Am I right with that?
You're right on that.
This is
You're
just
right.
off the top. I didn't.
I without even checking, I think I'm going to concur that you're right.
Thank you. That's I got a lot of local support with a majority of one.
Tell me about because you were mentioning something about that that soccer uniform. I really don't know much about it, but tell me what you know about it.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. Here's I want to tell you. All right. The headline this headline caught my eye. It says, "Player refuses to wear an anti-homophobia uniform."
So are you reading that right?
The player refuses to wear an anti-homophobia uniform.
Okay, so just so we're clear on that, what that means is the opposite of that is pro.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you imagine? He's 60 years old. Yeah, he's really picking this
I'm
up.
saying that it sounds like two negatives. Anti-homophobia means, what does that mean?
That means they have a sweat, they have a jersey, they have a uniform.
All right.
Have a uniform
All right.
supporting.
So the jersey is saying there's something on it that says we love everybody. There should be no anti-homophobia.
Correct, right,
Okay,
correct.
all right, got it.
And a player did not want to do that, so he didn't play the game. He did it last year too. I think he said last year it was personal reason. It wasn't personal reason. It was this, and he's in the stands.
Did he get fined for not?
That's my question. They didn't say anything like that. In my opinion, a person like that, I would fine him.
Yeah,
Come and
Yeah.
get out of the stands. Get out of
Right.
here.
right,
Because this is a team game, and that was a team decision. Everybody said that. Wear the uniform.
right.
As a friend of mine said recently, how about if they say you can't wear gold or you can't wear blue?
Right.
And maybe he likes blue. And so I don't think he's
Well, in baseball, they do that breast cancer awareness weekend, right? Where it's all pink.
right.
And I never thought of it as a political thing. I thought of it as like everybody has known somebody with some sort of, cancer, whatever, it's cancer
Yeah,
awareness. So I always thought of it as, oh, that's good. There's, there's the
Exactly,
pink bag for mom or whatever.
Exactly.
But then I never really looked
This is
into
more
it.
political. This is more political.
Right, that's more political. But on that thing, can a player say, I'm not wearing anything pink? Is that kind of voluntary? I think it's voluntary because they have all sorts of different pink things, right? They got a pink wristband, they got a
Yeah.
pink bat or a pink socks or something. So that might be voluntary on, hey, you can wear something pink. And if you choose not to, it's nobody even really notices. But the soccer thing that you're talking about is more, this is a uniform that we're all wearing.
This was a part of the international day against homophobia.
Yeah, so there you go. Yeah. So
So
he's
he's saying,
he's pro homophobic.
yeah,
We think that's what he's saying. I
no,
don't know.
let's give him a break. He's
Yeah.
saying he doesn't want to do that, whatever the reason. Maybe it's
Yeah.
religious or whatever, but he doesn't want to be a part of it. But,
Yeah,
but my point is, this is a team game. 30 players were saying that, or whatever players were saying, they're going to wear the
Right.
uniform. He says no.
right. Yeah, what if he's your best player or whatever, depending on the
It's a
sport.
little
right?
bit, it's different, although it's different within the NBA with Kyrie Irving.
Yeah,
I think he did a disservice to his team.
right. He's all about me, not about the
All
team.
about me,
Yeah, right. Yeah. Hey, you know what?
I never knew he was Dr. Irving, specialist in infectious diseases.
Yeah, he's a different Dr. J. Irving. Anyway, we should probably do this New York quiz because we're running out of
No,
time.
so we have 9 seconds left.
Where?
I'm reading it.
Where? Where do you
Remaining
see
meeting
that?
time, 3 seconds.
Where do you see that?
I'm reading, I'm looking at it.
No,
We're done.
It says 9 minutes. So you
Oh,
gotta
yeah,
look
you're
closer.
right.
Yeah, look closer. So let's do this quiz. Is that all right?
That's all right. All right. Yeah, we're yeah.
Alexa, set a timer for 7 minutes. Let's try and do it in 7 minutes.
Just because you're 60 doesn't mean I have to. You have to do what I want.
No, I know.
Okay.
No,
All
I'm
right.
just,
The youngest member of Congress, ladies and gentlemen. This is from. I get the New York Times and I have a quiz, and I think this is nice for all of us. The youngest member of Congress from North Carolina lost his primary race this week. Was it Dan Crenshaw, Jamel Bowman, John Ossoff, Josh Hawley, Madison Cawthorn?
Addison Cawthorn.
All right. Pennsylvania's Republican primary for Senate is too close to call. The winner of that race will face up against which Democratic candidate this fall? Connor Lamb, Herschel Walker, John Fetterman, Josh Shapiro, Tim Ryan.
I think it's Fetterman, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
Connor Lamb came in second. Herschel Walker with Georgia. Shapiro will be the governor. He's the one that's running on the Democrat as governor.
Right.
Ryan. Okay.
Hey, you know what? We should do a whole show about Herschel Walker sometime.
Yes,
but-
yes. Why
But
not?
go- Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
go ahead.
Herschel Walker, maybe. What's the tight end? The end. It was a case sometimes. He didn't want to play with Donovan McNabb.
I don't know.
With the Cowboys. And he was with the Eagles.
I can't think. Go ahead with the next
Okay.
question.
A retired police saw a man buying a birthday cake and 8 other people were killed in a mass shooting on Saturday. Where did it take place? Well, you know where. Seattle,
Buffalo.
Pittsburgh, London, Charles, or Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Now, this one I got wrong. More than 1 million people have been confirmed to have died of COVID in the United States. How many of those deaths came after vaccines were widely available last April? About 50,000, 100,000, 400,000, 800,000.
Let's see, last April, not this April,
Right. Last
so
April.
a year ago. Give me the numbers
51.
again.
50,
numbers.
100, 400, 800.
100.
400. I said 100 too. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
400. What did the United States government do this week to address the widespread shortage of baby formula? Select all that apply. Congress passed a bill to broaden access for families with federal aid. The Education Department gave Stanford $20 million to develop new sources. The FBI has broke up a smuggling ring that has been hoarding supplies. The Food and Drug Administration reached a deal with Abbott Laboratories to reopen a shuttered formula plant. The White House revoked the Defense Production Act.
All right, there's 3 of them. The
I got
first
partial
two,
credit.
the first 2 in that defensive,
Defense
Production Act.
powers, and the House voted for a bill that would broaden the formula fund. It's 3 of them.
Yeah.
Abbott. Wait a minute. Defense Production Act is one. Abbott Laboratories is another one. And
the first one you said, the families on aid with WIC.
yeah,
WIC,
right,
yeah,
right.
right.
All right. Nearly,
Which is a lot of military members. A
yeah,
lot of military members use WIC.
okay. Nearly 1,000 Ukrainians. So I got this one wrong. I have no clue this one. Well, no, I got it right. I guess. Nearly 1,000 Ukrainian soldiers entered Russian custody this week after Ukraine's military ordered them to surrender. I didn't know that. Where they had been holding out for weeks. A base on Snake Island in the Black Sea, a cathedral in Kyiv, a hangar in Bucha, a steel plant in Mariupol, a theater in Odessa.
Odessa, theater in Odessa.
No, Mariupol.
Oh, it was the steel plant.
Yeah.
Oh,
95% of the people got that right.
wow. Yeah.
Which
I
American
was-
company said would sell his Russian business in more than 3 decades in the country? Apple, McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Okay, we got it. We got it.
We're one step ahead of this quiz here. Okay.
Yeah. President Biden this week approved the deployment of hundreds of U.S. troops to what country? Afghanistan, Iraq, Russia, Somalia, or Ukraine? I got this word right. Did well this year.
Is it? It's not Ukraine.
Afghanistan and Iraq. I can only say the name. Can't give you any hints.
Yeah, I don't know.
Somalia.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. You know, Afghanistan, they're not going to do anything. Okay? You can't do it in Iraq.
Right.
Russia, no. Ukraine,
Yeah.
no. Right?
The
All
old
right.
process of elimination.
Right. All right. This is about annual. A Pentagon official said this week that our service members have encountered what? Which puts potential flight safety and general security risk. Fill in the blank. Chinese military drones, close aerosols that fly at high altitudes, aerosols that fly at high altitudes.
Attitudes or altitudes?
Russian fighter jets in Ukrainian airspace, thunderstorms that disrupt planes' investigation, navigation, or unidentified area phenomena.
I don't know.
Unexplained phenomena.
All right. I didn't even know what you were talking about. So that's why
Neither
said
did
don't
I.
know.
Neither did
Okay.
I, and I'm reading it.
And you're reading it. Okay.
All right, I got those. The Wrigley Brothers at Barnum Bailey Circus announced this week that it will begin performing again next year after a 5-year hiatus. How would circus change? I got them right. They will be free to attend. They will feature women-only cast. They will last no longer than 10 minutes. They will not use animals. They will only include individual acts.
I thought it would, none of the above are going to use clowns with minimal police history. No, it's the no live animals.
Yeah,
Okay, you're not amused.
No.
Okay.
no animals.
Right.
96% of the people got it right.
All right. Okay,
We part of it now. We can make it 98%. Huh?
that's right. That's right.
Maybe why don't we go 90 and put it over the top?
That's
Right.
right. We have a winner. All right. Thank you, Alexa. Time's up. Hey, Greg?
I think we're done.
Alexa, stop timer. You know what? Always nice talking to you. You're the best. And
Thank you, Mark.
did you have a question for anybody as we leave?
No, just read the newspapers. To try and have a discussion.
Stay
We welcome your
involved.
comments. We welcome your comments about
Welcome your
home field
comments.
advantage, attendance, what they did in anti-homophobia uniform. Any of you, we welcome your, just to talk. We're trying
Yep.
to just to talk.
Just to talk, and also we'd love you to subscribe. That's it. Peace out. I'll talk to you later, Greg. Wanna say
Bye,
goodbye?
Mark. Thank
Okay.
you
All right,
for
bye.
your weekend.
Hold on one second.